Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday, hump day. Does it feel like we're always meeting on Wednesday? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, you guys. Day after day we do this. I don't know how you do this. I hope my words of encouragement say something to help you, because I know I am not the kind of person who likes to get up at the early morning time. I don't drink coffee. Maybe you could help me understand, should I start drinking coffee? Would coffee make my life happier? Or would it be another addiction that I just can't quit? That's what I need to know. This lady walking in front of me with her dog's like 83 years old, and she is up every morning walking her dog. And I'm thinking, if I was 83, would I be getting up at this early in the morning walking my little dog? I don't know, maybe. And I doubt it. I'm not an early morning person. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a late morning person. I'm like late afternoon, almost early evening kind of person. So I'd like to give a shout out to my daughter's school, who has provided the families of hurricane relief a resource, plenty of resources. And today is the food packages that they had set up, which I thought was really cool. It's only 1 month after the hurricane, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And I'm grateful. That's what you got to remember. You have to be grateful, because what did they say? God comes on his own time. Something like that. Or God is never late. Something. No. Something. Think up something positive about that. And as for me, I'm still waiting for a teenager. Sadly enough, I don't believe she took the dogs out. She said she took the dogs out. I don't believe that she did, because for some reason I stepped in a doggy surprise this morning in the hallway. And this day is guaranteed for success, right? Right? Gotta get out of that mindset of negativity. You guys, it is so hard to get out of the mindset of negativity. I gotta find some tricks. If you guys know some tricks, my YouTube onies, please let me know, because I'm confused. And on that, I think we should start our day. I don't see anybody walking to the car, but I like Betty Boop. But I'm going to drive the car over to the door. Maybe that'll expedite the process. Have a great Wednesday. Bye, YouTube bonies. Peace. All right, let's get this day started. Look at this truck. That truck is flying by, isn't it? Good morning again. It's Wednesday, and as soon as we get up to this light, we are going to have a serious chat today. We are going to position you in your phone holder. We're going to chat. We're going to chat. Let's turn off our music. It's no time for music. Today's going to be a talk about home health. So if that topic will bore you, I'm gonna let you know now to get on out the room. My fellow YouTube-onies, got my Betty Boop on today. Hold on one second and let me put you up here. And we'll put you right there. And there we go. We will turn down the AC just for you. Okay. Welcome to Wednesday again. Let's talk about home health. I am Sweetie Diana. Like and subscribe, YouTube-onies, and join me every day on my travels and my journeys through this thing called life. There can be ups and there can be downs. But you always need to turn that frown upside down. I just added that. Sorry. My career has been for the last 10 years. Prior to that, it was 20 years in the public school system. Different goals, different purposes for occupational therapy. Totally different. When you get into home health, you have to realize the whole objective for occupational therapy and home health is to keep the patient out of the hospital or regressing. There are certain rules that Medicare looks at, and that's mainly the Medicare's main objective, method of payment. I guess if you're a private pay, you can have whatever goals or objectives you want. But when you're working for the government and Medicare is paying for your therapy services, the whole objective is to create an environment where you will not be needing the necessary help to go back into the community and be a burden to society, if you will, or if you won't, in the already overwhelmed medical system. So as my job, and I'm just going to speak on myself today, I'm not going to speak globally, because professionally, everybody has a different, it's kind of like artists. Artists have their, creative judgment, and everybody's is not the same. Much like as a healthcare professional, what I may think is the way to go, or the method of, treatment of care to give, may not be what someone else may consider to be the ultimate method of care. For me personally, let's just talk about me, and let's just talk about today. This is the reason we're talking about today is this is the first, and I mean the first time in 28 years it took me to do this, to decide I am not going to follow this patient. Now, typically, as a people-pleasing person that I am, I will continue. I will take one for the team. I will hang in there. I will keep my chin up. I will do all that stuff until yesterday. And believe me, there has been many situations in my career that I have not enjoyed, much like yours, I'm sure. I have not enjoyed the environment that I'm in, the patient that I'm with, the conditions that are present. But like I said, for all of these years, I have stuck it out. That changed yesterday, and here's why that changed. Because my whole idea now, and I'm finding out, this could probably have to do with the over 50 thing. there's not a lot of time to waste. Not a lot of my time, not a lot of your time. And when I'm put into a situation where this patient has terminal illness, I'd say for 40 years, congenital, so there's been no, let's do a little case study. There's been no, and if I slip into the big medical words, just forgive me, tell me to stop it. By the way, we are on our way to our first patient again, so we're going to speed this up. It's not going to be a long video, but it's just something that needs to be said. And if you're out there and if you're feeling like, oh, I really shouldn't, my humanity is, if you feel lesser for yourself, which is what I did, if you didn't treat the patient you were given, I struggled with that for a long time until, like I said, last night. So I found out this patient, we started out with this situation of, this is a congenital situation. This is not going to change. Is this going to keep the patient out of the hospital system? No. Basically, the goal in this instance was a feeding goal. And at this level of life, let's say almost 40 years of being status quo, we're not going to step in and change anything. And it would be a waste of Medicare's money to even pretend that we are. And as a licensed therapist, you take things kind of seriously once you look at government fraud and what Medicare does and doesn't like. I can make my own mistakes, and I have made my own mistakes that could put you in jeopardy. However, in this instance, I'm not going to make the mistake. I've decided I'm not going to make the mistake. The parent or caregiver has 24-hour caregiver service for the patient. So there is, there's a plan in place. But if I'm coming to your location and I get there 10 minutes earlier and you say on the phone, I'm in the effing driveway, like, okay, first off, that's gonna shoot me a red flag, first off. Second off, it's gonna shoot me a red flag when you say I have to be there later than 6 o'clock at night. Granted, I've done it before. Like I said, I will please the patient. I will make sure, okay, I'll schedule you in later. But generally, it's not really to the detriment of the patient that I be there at that certain time. You just want me there at that certain time because it's convenient for you. And I have other patients I need to see, and I just can't do it. So I've decided to say, hey, I just can't do it. So on all 3 tips, is it Medicare worthy? This is the kind of questions you have to ask yourself, or Medicaid, depending on your patient. Is it going to make a difference for the better of this patient or caregiver? because it's not always about the patient. It can be about the caregiver, that you're providing sources to the caregiver, education, instruments, so that the caregiver can keep the patient out of the hospital or out of community health care. And then the third tip that I always like to look at is, am I going to be able to follow through giving my full expertise to the situation? So those are the three things that I like to typically note when deciding on caseload. I hope that we're not quite to my destination. And if you notice today, we do not have Miles, our GPS guy, on because we don't need him. We usually can go one time and not need him. Doesn't matter. Make sure you get your hydration, because in sunny Southwest Florida, it'll probably be 91 degrees on today, October 30th. And I always like to hydrate with an electrolyte drink, FYI, and a appetite suppressant, hibiscus and natural alternative, not chemically generated big pharma fat loss stuff. No. So we are headed now. That was the serious side of our talk. Let's get to our fun part of the talk. Our fun part of the talk is taking us down the road towards the Thomas Edison and Henry Ford estates of lovely downtown Fort Myers, Florida. These two men were friends. Can you believe that? They were like awesome friends. So awesome that they wanted their vacation homes to be close to each other. So when they would come down to sunny Southwest Florida, you know, we should probably research how they got here, because I'm wondering if it was train. It wasn't plane. And at what point was it car? Because, you know, Henry Ford was the guy that did the car thing. I have a car in front of me. On the back of it says, Tengo novia tóxica. And that means, what's on the back of your car today? That's what I also do on my YouTube channel. That means I have a toxic girlfriend. I don't know that I would have that on the back of my car, especially if I was still with the girlfriend. That's just like inviting bad energy, don't you think? I mean, you're either advertising that you do have a toxic girlfriend, and in that case, you're going to upset either the girlfriend or said girlfriend's family. Or it's advertising that you have a toxic girlfriend, so you're looking for another girlfriend. That's not good either, because that would be like dishonest. We're gonna head back to our Henry Ford, Thomas Edison estates. So if you ever want to come down and take a tour of those two homes, they are open to the public and they are beautiful national treasures. If you're interested in learning about the lives of Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, and usually when you say two names together, you get it mixed up and you say Thomas Ford and Henry Edison, and that's just the way life is, right? That's the way it goes. It is, let's see, 83 degrees already. That's just great, isn't it? It's just great. So we are going to look for our turn right now. And in going over today's talk, you know, let's not get too morose. Let's just understand that it's kind of time to live life with a purpose and Really, no matter what age you are, every moment is precious. Take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of every moment. Even right now, we're driving towards this home, and again, we get to look out at the beautiful vista in front of us of the humongous Caloosahatchee River. And you know what? That's quite a nice moment to have. We are passing our little condos, our little old-fashioned Florida homes that have survived through many hurricanes, and we are turning into our high-rise condo. These were built in the 60s, and they have that 60s flair. Low ceilings, park in the shade. Low ceilings, small rooms, blocky windows, like with the view. Blocky. By blocky, I mean really square. So we're here, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later.